It's not about you.
Can I get a sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin?
Earthquake will come back with
And
more on this
a
letter.
small orange juice.
She said, block her number. She'll be back to hear from Earthquake.
How you doing?
Sponsored by Sierra Miss Natural. Between now and July 8th, upload a picture of you for the chance to fly away.
Alright, thanks. You too.
Lowest
Touch
prices
my hand.
every day.
Can I get some strawberries? Thank you. Because grape sucks. Okay, usually when I go back home, they always cook. So these are some recipes that I'll probably be showing you a little bit later. Some of that good old homemade macaroni and cheese, and maybe some of these ribs. But if you see my Instagram, you probably seen these pictures and stuff like that. Some things that I've cooked before. But right now, we're gonna focus on these bad boys right here. So you're gonna need your flour, your pure vanilla, your baking soda, baking powder, your Snickers fun size, and you're gonna need your semi-sweet morsels, your light brown sugar, your butter, and you're gonna need some eggs. So you're gonna start off with your butter, and you want to get your butter ready first because you kind of want it to soften. So I usually put that first and let's set it aside. And then you're gonna start off with your flour. You're gonna get your flour mix ready. You're gonna need about 2 cups of that, and you're gonna put that aside in a different bowl by itself. Good old flour. So after you finish putting in your flour, you're gonna need your baking soda and baking powder. So we start with the baking powder. Put a little bit in there. Get some baking soda. Put some more of that in there. There you go. Yep. And then you're gonna put a little bit of salt in there. About that much, not too much. I can't really explain it, but you gotta, just stir it on in there, just a little bit to taste. And then you're gonna start off with your white sugar, and you're gonna pour that white sugar in its own bowl, and you're gonna get your light brown sugar, about a cup of each, and you're gonna put those in a bowl together. So your eggs, you're gonna need 2 eggs. Go ahead and crack those and put some of that vanilla in there, a little bit more. There you go. And we're gonna stir up our butter. So you're gonna need a blender. Try to get it nice and fluffy looking. And now you're gonna pour in your sugars, and it will magically turn into something like this. Yep. And that's the kind of consistency you want. So you're gonna put in your eggs and your vanilla, and that should turn into a nice little mixture. You wanna stir that up pretty well. Should look like that. And after that, you can put in your flour mixture, and you want to hand stir this. You don't want to use your blender because it's kind of going to mess up the consistency. So after you're done with that, you can put in your little semi-sweet morsels, stir that up, and forget it. So we're going to take our Snickers here. We're going to cut these up into small little bits so we can have little bite-sized pieces. We're going to pour that in there, stir it up. Cover that and put it in the fridge for about 30 minutes or so. Don't look at me. And then you're going to set your preheat while you do that. And when you take it out, it should look something like this. And we use parchment paper here, so you should try to use that. And when I do my little dollops, I usually use 1 tablespoon. You're going to set your oven for about 12 minutes. Let that cook. And it should come out like that. So hopefully you guys like that. Hopefully when you try it, it turns out pretty well. If you have any questions, just ask me below.